The concept of the American dream is one that emphasizes prosperity, success, and the pursuit of happiness. This week, we check out some compelling stories from your city. And visit a few outdoor locations in Las Vegas, North Bay, Santa Barbara, and St. Louis. These make some pretty interesting date ideas that stray from the usual weekend wine and dine. Welcome to the American dream.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Our first story is brought to you by a professional in your city. Let's hear what they have to share this week.
Hey guys, Keiley Fuller here. So excited to have you at Nielsen's Florist and Garden Shop in Darien. What an incredible place to come. Buy so many different gifts, all your florals, tons of stuff for outside your house, jewelry. There's incredible classes that you can take and learn about floral design. So I'm really excited to bring everyone inside to meet Sandy Nielsen. She is the owner. They've owned it for 75 years. So it's really an incredible place that's been in their family for a very long time. Let's go on in, check it out. You're going to be amazed. It is magical. Sandy, thank you so much for having me today.
So glad to have you here today, Keiley.
It's so great to be at Nielsen's.
Yeah.
So I know you have been here, your family, for 75 years.
This year, absolutely.
That's incredible. Wow. So give us a little history.
Well, my grandparents started this business in 1944. They bought the business from the Isley family, which was an old Darien family. It's been in our family for 3 generations, and this year we're really proud to be celebrating the 75th year.
Can you give us a little tour?
Sure, I certainly can.
Let's walk around a little.
Always set up early for Christmas.
Of course.
We've got a little bit of Thanksgiving, a little bit of Halloween, and Christmas is moved in. This merchandise is probably from about 20 different vendors, and we put it all together with themes. And we pick the themes before we go down to Atlanta to buy Christmas.
One of the services that you guys do is you have people from Nielsen's go to homes and they can set up.
We do homes and businesses, and clubs. We decorate for the holidays. We decorate for parties.
Okay, so this is like the bread and butter. I am so amazed at how magical this all looks in here. And tell me a little bit about what we have.
This is my favorite theme we have here, the winter white, and Vivian and her team has just done an incredible job putting this together.
Amazing.
And we're preparing for our event for Post 53. It's a benefit on November 14th to benefit them.
That's so incredible. We love that about Nielsen's, so thank you for that.
And we're thankful for them and all of our partnerships. You know, this community has been really very generous to us, and we feel it's very important to be generous to them.
It's just so incredible to me what you guys are able to do, and so many people get inspiration from all these different looks. So
well, that's what we hope to do, you know.
Well, and I know that's something actually that Vivian is doing today, right? She's putting together a tablescape.
That's right. She's doing a coffee and create that we do here every Wednesday morning, and she or Bob, they do a different floral design, coffee and create, or today was a tablescape one.
Oh my gosh, do you think that maybe we could go check it out?
Absolutely, we could certainly do that.
All right, Sam, let's take a look.
All right, let's go.
All right. So thank you so much, Vivian, for being here with us today. You are the merchandising manager for Nielsen's, and you do this amazing coffee and create on Wednesdays at 10 a.m., which is open to the public, totally free, and you're bringing your amazing design to all of us and showing us how to create a table.
That's right. Well, not only me, we're a team of people who are doing it. So last week's arrangement was made by Bob, our head floral designer, and today I wanted to incorporate it in our design work. So our ladies, I wanted them to see how we could create an intimate relationship between 2 people having a nice dinner or 4 people. Instead of
beautiful.
having a tablecloth, we did runners in the other direction.
I love that.
We put on our Simon Pierce plates and our Simon Pierce glass, which we can all get here at the store.
Yeah, everything on the table you can buy here at Nielsen's.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I do an
Love it.
all-for-me styled setting, which you can see there's 2 here. The reason I do all for me is because so many people have dietary issues these days that I've created a buffet style table in the back where people can actually serve themselves and not
So
feel
nice.
awkward about what,
Yeah.
what they do and do not want to eat. And we show 2 different ways of placemats. One like this, where there's a stacking of dishes, and one off to the side. And I suggest
With the
they
pumpkin
use
in the middle.
pumpkins and write the name of the guest on it.
It's so beautiful. You've done an incredible job, and everything you touch really is like gold. So
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing this. Thank you guys so much for coming today, being here with me at Nielsen's. What an incredible florist this is. It's been here 75 years, and I'm so impressed with how much they give back to the community. Looking forward to seeing you next time.
Hi, I'm Julie Peters with Houlihan Lawrence Real Estate. I'm here in Darien, Connecticut. Homes and entertaining go naturally hand in hand. So I've planned a special open house, and I've asked my friend Diana Cook, who's a personal chef, to help me out with some delicious food. Hi, Diana.
Hi.
Thank you so much for agreeing to help me. I'm really curious, how does somebody become a personal chef?
Well, thanks for coming. And actually all started with a gift certificate, and I was living in New York and I loved the class. I ended up applying to the school, and 8 years later, I'm here with the culinary cookie.
So I know you've been hard at work, and could you tell me a little bit about what you've been working on?
Sure, come on in. So you asked me to prepare a few canapes for your open house tour and maybe even the holiday season. So this is a foie gras and jam toast with a little microgreen on top.
Okay.
This is a potato and caviar cup with creme fraiche and chives. And here's a cucumber cup with tuna tartare and avocado crema.
Well, you know what I love about these is they're all nice and small, something that you can grab. You know, usually the brokers are kind of moving through at a quick pace, and so this is wonderful.
Thank you. The idea here is to have pop and go.
And that's perfect for what we're doing. But I also see across the kitchen there you have a few things that you're still working on. Would you mind showing us how you work the magic?
Absolutely,
all
come
right.
on. So we'll start with the foie gras and jam toast. So you spread a little bit of the foie, take a little bit of jam, and top it with a little microgreen.
And what's your microgreen there?
It's a mixed assortment.
It looks beautiful. You make it look so easy. And then also the potato cups, what goes into that?
So these are the cups already hollowed out. They have a little creme fraiche in them. I'm gonna put a dollop of the caviar on.
Delicious.
And then we'll sprinkle a little chive. And there you go.
Well, I can't wait to have our guests sample your work. And, you know, I'm going to be sure to reach out to you for my holiday needs because the entertaining season is upon us. It's fall here in Connecticut. And Thanksgiving, Christmas, you've got all of those wonderful events coming up. I'm sure you're going to be very busy.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for spending the time with us. And you know what? Come and join us at the open house.
Thank you so much. I will.
All right. Welcome to 52 Allwood Road, Darien, Connecticut. I'm here to get a very special tour from Sarah Schwartz, who's my homeowner and actually an associate at Houlihan Lawrence with me. Let's go on inside. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Julie. Thanks for coming.
Well, thanks for having us. We're so excited to be here, and I'm, really excited to share this with all our viewers. Can you tell us a little bit about the house?
I'd be happy to. It's a Center Hall Colonial on a private neighborhood. We have 4,700 square feet.
It's a big home.
It is. It's 6 bedrooms, 4 full baths, and 2 half baths. So right now we're in the formal living room, which is right off the foyer. It has the gas fireplace that's a pass-through fireplace, and that takes us into the library.
Well, let's go see it.
Great.
Oh my gosh, this is a big, beautiful library.
Thank you. We've really enjoyed this room. We use it as a TV room, but the previous owners used it as an office.
And I understand you have a very cute hidden dry bar there as well?
I certainly do. Let me show you.
Oh my gosh, Sarah, this is a wonderful family room. You've got the high ceilings, the skylight, and another fireplace. Is that one wood burning or gas?
Correct. This one is a wood burning fireplace, and we've really enjoyed this room. All these great views over the woods and a nice way to enjoy all seasons.
So Sarah, again here, you have this wonderful vaulted ceiling, a gas fireplace here as well, and I understand a beautiful walk-in closet.
Thanks, Julie. Yes, we've really enjoyed this space. We have a walk-in closet and bathroom that are actually separate from the bedroom. So if someone wants to keep sleeping and someone's got to go catch the train, it's worked out really well.
Oh, that sounds ideal.
Well, Julie, welcome to our dining room. I wanted to show this to you because I've enjoyed this room because we can seat, as you can see, 8 comfortably, or I can put an extender on the table and we can fit 16 to 18 people in here. Julie, we've been focusing on the interior of this home, but the exterior is also really beautiful. We live in a quiet, private association on 1.95 acres, and in the back we have a heated pool and spa.
So you know what though? I am so excited to show everyone around this home, enjoy the beautiful food that Diana has prepared for us, because I'm sure that 52 Allwood is somebody's American dream. So I can't wait to see you all next time in our next episode for a new adventure.
Hi Jay, thank you so much for coming back to Easton today.
Of course, love being here.
Great. Today we are at Maple Row Farm, and Maple Row is actually the reason that I live in Easton. It was my first exposure to the town of Easton. I heard an advertisement on the TV for cutting your own Christmas trees. We decided to come up and do it, and I remember that day thinking about how beautiful it was here. And a few years later, when we decided to make a move, we ended up moving right down the street.
What a great way to be introduced to a town.
It really was. Did you also know that Easton has recently been designated the Christmas tree capital of Connecticut?
I did not know that, but it makes sense.
It does. Those of us that live here have always known it, but as of 2018, it is official with the state of Connecticut.
Cool. So now, did you know that in 2009, the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree came from Easton, Connecticut?
Nice job trying to stump me, Jay, but yes, I did know that already.
It's so cool.
Yes, very much so. Today, I'm going to tour the farm here with Scott Edwards, who is an 8th generation farmer.
Excellent. That ought to be a lot of fun. Let's
Yes.
go meet Scott.
Great. Thank you for coming.
Of course.
Hi, Scott. Thank you for having me here today.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Great. So I understand you are an 8th generation farmer here?
I am. We've been here a while.
That is crazy. And it is your 250th year?
It is our 250th year. 1769 was the year that we started here.
So Scott, tell me a little bit about the tailgating that happens here at the farm.
Sure. Well, when people come to the farm, they come for an experience. They don't just come for a Christmas tree. So they usually spend roughly a half a day here. So then they'll take a saw and they'll head out into the fields. That can take a couple hours. There's a couple hundred acres, so there's a lot of trees.
Wow.
So
About is it 200 acres?
200 acres, yeah, a little over 200. So they'll wander around, they can pick any tree, and they'll take the tree, cut it themselves,
Yeah.
and then we pick up the tree in the field and wrap it up for them, and then
Great.
they'll head home. So there's quite a bit of time here. It's a pretty cool experience. It's the country, it's wide open.
So Scott, what is your opening day here?
The day after Thanksgiving we open, much earlier than it used to be. We used to only be open for a couple weeks. Now we're open the entire season from the day after Thanksgiving right up to Christmas Eve at noon. We are open 7 days a week, rain, snow, sun, no matter what.
So Scott, tell me a little bit about what happens here at the farm in the other 11 months of the year.
All the trees are obviously planted, grown. It takes a crew of 3 to 5 guys all year. In addition to that, we do some other products. We do mulch. We're one of Fairfield County's biggest mulch suppliers.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we have some of our trees, and we bring in a lot of wood product and make colored mulches. We have actually 4 different locations.
Oh.
And when you come to the farm, you'll kind of be guided in the right direction. There are a lot of different options, and we move around the farm to where the best selection is.
So Scott, your beautiful barn says Maple Row Dairy Farm, but we are primarily here a Christmas tree farm and mulch. Can you tell me about your history as a dairy farm?
Sure, that brings us back to our earlier days. My grandfather was the last to have dairy cows. He had a head of, I believe, about 60 cows, and they milked them every day, as many, many farms in the area did. In the 1960s, they sold the last of the cows. And then my father has a couple of teams of oxen, which you'll see if you come at Christmas time.
Yes, I've seen them.
He takes them to fairs. They're trained to pull.
So that solves that mystery of driving by and always seeing it say dairy farm.
Yeah, and then the Christmas trees, my grandfather started as a 4-H project, but now it's pretty well appreciated. My father in the 70s decided, let's do the whole farm, and he started planting, and he had quite a vision. It took a long, long time.
Right, especially
15 years a tree. It took him a long, long time to really build a business and have a great inventory that we have today.
And did it just start as a side of the road stand? And
it started as a very, very small little shed, and people would come and they weren't quite sure what they were getting into, and we weren't quite sure what we were doing, but we figured it out.
So yes, as a realtor, obviously I see the beauty and the value in this land, and I think that's what makes it so special that you have been able to keep it as a working farm, which I know is difficult in 2019.
We're very lucky that we have a pretty big family that owns the farm, and they, for some reason, appreciate it and definitely want to keep it.
Thank you so much for coming to Maple Row Farm today. And for all of our viewers out there, if you'd like to come to the farm, they open on the day after Thanksgiving. You could visit their website, mrfarm.com, for more information about times and varieties and activities here at the farm. Have a great day.
Our national story this week takes us to some fun outdoor locales. But first, we hear from one more professional from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
Hi everyone, it's Joy Metalios from Houlihan Lawrence in Greenwich, Connecticut. I think everyone remembers their first kiss like they remembered their first car, and mine were both equally uneventful. My first car was a used 1979 Plymouth Chrysler Reliant K. If you're still searching for that ultimate car, the place to go is Miller Motor Cars, and that's where we're gonna go before we go to my listing at 344 Shore Road. So come on in. We're here today with Rick Ruiz, who is the marketing manager here at Miller Motor Cars. Thank you so much for meeting with us, Rick.
Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
Oh, this is so exciting. So I'm looking at this car and I'm like, I feel like I'm in a museum.
Yeah.
Like, I can't touch it. I don't want to, like, you know.
Very, very
tell me about
special.
this car. It's so fancy.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a Pagani Huayra BC.
Okay.
Completely custom made, as are all Paganis. One of about 5 in the United States at the current moment.
Wow. And you told me earlier there's only 80 in the whole country about that you think?
About 80 between the Huayra Roadster and the Huayra Coupe production run.
So what can you customize here?
Just about everything. I mean, at least on this car, custom paint, you have a custom rear wing, custom side air vents. The interior is completely custom as well, which I will show you. So you have kind of a Scottish fabric in there, metallic flake on the door sills. Everything about this car is completely bespoke.
It is really beautiful. So what are people looking for when they're looking for that ultimate luxury car?
They want something unique. I mean, they want something bespoke that no one else can buy. They want something that, you know, it's truly theirs. So that's why most of the clients choose Paganis that want something kind of on the upper echelon of things.
And so what other cars do you sell here?
We sell about 9 other brands, so anywhere from Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Aston Martin, up to Ferrari, Pagani, Bugatti, so
wow.
About everything.
Okay, were you a kid that loved cars when you were little?
I was. I love cars and planes. I actually have my pilot's license as well.
Oh,
but
good for you.
Ended up going the automotive route.
Thank you so much for meeting with us. And Miller Motor Cars right here in Greenwich, Connecticut. It is the place to go. So
excellent.
We're going to go to my listing. I'd love for you to join us.
Absolutely.
And I hear we're going to take one of your fancy cars. I'm glad you're going to be driving instead of me. So let's go.
Perfect.
So we're off now to my listing at 344 Shore Road, and we're going to be driving this beautiful Rolls Royce. So I just want to show you a really cool feature. This door is super like open, and my arms are so short. But look. See you soon. Thank you so much for coming to Miller Motor Cars in Greenwich with me. We are now at my listing at 344 Shore Road in Greenwich, Connecticut. So at Miller Motor Cars, we saw that beautiful Pagani car, which is priced at $9 million. This home is priced at around the same number, $9 million, and you can either come to this listing by car in the Rolls Royce that I chose, or you can come by your private boat since there's a deep water dock and you can fit a boat that's up to 40 feet. So come on, let's go see the house. So this home is just steps from Greenwich Avenue, which means that you can walk to your favorite stores or your favorite restaurants. And it's beautiful. There's nothing like waterfront, but there's also nothing like new construction. So I'm excited to show you this house. Once inside this serene 5-bedroom, 6.5 bath home, you will enjoy the immense sunlight pouring through the glass railings. The master suite is an oasis with its own private entrance, oversized room, and 2 custom walk-in closets, and a master bathroom like no other. Every detail is luxurious with high-end finishes, beautiful marble, stunning glass tiles, and dreamy custom cabinets. The kitchen boasts top-of-the-line appliances and the latest technology. Enjoy the lower level with your own movie theater, gym, and a unique 500-plus bottle wine room. Outdoor entertaining is fabulous with the rambling multi-level deck. Every detail has been well thought out to make this home easy and luxurious for calm living.
I hope you learned something interesting about your city and enjoyed the local content. Up next, we head to Las Vegas to check out a 100-year-old orchard with Laura Harbison and Bill Gaylord.
Bill! Bill, I'm lost! I can't find you!
Where are you?
I give up. I can't find him.
Laura, I've been behind you the whole time.
Oh my gosh!
Bill Gaylord here with Laura Harbison, broker owner of Realty Executives Southern Nevada Properties. And Laura, where are we today?
Today we are at Gilcrease Orchards in Las Vegas. Absolutely amazing, amazing place. Icon of Las Vegas. Been here 100 years. We need to go find Mark, who's the manager, to show us around.
And where's Mark?
He said follow the donut signs.
The donuts?
So let's go.
Let's go to the donuts.
Hey, Mark, thanks for having us today. Are you ready to show us around?
Let's do it.
Yeah, this place is crazy, huh?
Mark, this is a madhouse. There's people everywhere.
It is.
I can't wait to see it.
So, Mark, these are the Pink Lady apples.
That's correct. These are our latest apples of the season.
Okay, so you've had apples since around, what, May, you said?
No, apples in July, and then there's a break, and then we have them again in October.
Okay, so then the fall and the spring are your busy times. What happens in the spring?
So in the spring, we have open up in March, and we have asparagus, which is very delicious. And we have carrots, beets, and leafy greens, and other things like that.
So the kids can come and pick their own carrots and all too?
Right.
Okay, kind of like a little treasure hunt where they can see what size they can find.
Right.
You know, so I really miss that hayride. Is there any chance that we could do that today?
Sure.
All right, let's go do it. So Hannah, what is your favorite part about working at Gilcrease Orchard?
Definitely meeting all of the cool people that like to come out here, especially this year we got a lot of news coverage, so a lot more people have been coming out this year, and it makes it super busy, but I really love seeing all the people. The kids come in their costumes. It is the cutest thing. They think picking their own pumpkin is like the highlight of their year, so that's the most fun seeing, is just all the people out here. Just being around for fall time is my favorite time of the year. The vibe is just like so nice. So I really love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now you grew up here? Did you?
Yeah, born and raised.
And did you come out here as a kid?
Oh yeah, all the time. I got all my plums, my pluots, my nectarines from here. It was like my favorite fruits. I always came here. Haven't come in most recent years, which I probably should, because they have some of the best produce out here. Especially in the springtime, it's like all you could imagine. We've got it. Yeah, it's really the best.
Right, it was supposed to be the best farming land in the entire valley.
Yeah.
So the Gilcrease family purchased this land in 1920, is that correct?
Right, they came down from Reno, purchased this land, grew alfalfa because there was a spring on property, and so they had the water, they could do it. And since then we've been growing fruit trees and lots of vegetables, so it's been very fun.
So this is a nonprofit foundation, just giving back to the community, basically. How many people a day come?
So it depends on the time of year, but we get school field trips Monday through Friday, and usually in the spring and the fall, we get about 300 a day that come through here.
Wow.
And so about 12,000 kids a year in organized school field trips, plus when they come with their families on the weekend.
Right. Yeah, this place is hot. It's Tuesday morning and this place is hopping.
Yeah, it's busy.
I can't believe it.
Busy place.
That's great. Well, let's, I think I'm gonna go find your pumpkin patch.
So Laura, I am exhausted.
Me too.
This place has everything. It's such a great day.
So much fun. I've loved coming here for the last 25 years that I've known about it. And my kids have loved it, and I've really enjoyed introducing you and all of our viewers
I'm coming back.
Gilcrease Orchard. So.
I hope you enjoyed our last segment and feel inspired to check out an orchard in your neighborhood. Next, let's head to Suisun Valley, California to check out a vineyard and winery with Scott Loney and Alicia Worley. I love touring wineries, and I have a feeling you do too. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Scott Loney.
And I'm Alicia Worley, and we're with Country Estates. Today we're in beautiful Suisun Valley at Wooden Valley Winery. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Alicia, how are you?
Hey, Good. Ron, how's it going?
Welcome. Well, welcome to Wooden Valley. I'm going to take you guys around for a short tour today and learn a little bit about Wooden Valley Winery, Suisun Valley, and all kinds of fun stuff that happens out here. Let's go on over to the winery. Well, we just entered our fermenting cellar, and in this building is where we ferment all of our red wines. Those tanks back here will be all full of red wine. Some are full right now fermenting because we are in harvest. And then this piece of equipment behind me is our press, which is a newer piece of equipment that we've had for about 4 or 5 years. Right now we're in harvest, so it's a super busy time, but a great time to be visiting. So I always encourage people to come out and visit the winery. If they see my brother destemming some grapes down here, come on down and check it out. You said earlier you want to try something coming out of this press. Well, there'll be some juice coming out in a couple of days out of this press. Cool. Stop by and see that. So this is in the fermenting cellars where we turn grape juice into wine. This is our barrel room. We have approximately 250 barrels in this room, and we put all of our red wines in wood. Part of the reason you put wine in wood, red wine in particular, is not for oak flavor. It's actually to soften the tannins that are in the grape skins.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so some people think, oh, I want oak flavor, but it's actually making the wine softer because oak has a tannin. Grape skins have a tannin. Together, the oak softens the grape skin tannin.
They work together.
That's it. They work together. Well, here brought you out to our demonstration vineyard that we have at the winery. Vineyards is where most of our business is. Of course, we have the winery, but we operate around 400 acres of grapes, about 300 that we own in the family. And so it's the biggest part of our business. And we are really farmers first. So even in the style of our wines, we want them to be fruit forward. We want to taste the grape. I better get back to work, you guys. It's harvest time.
I want to thank you so much, Ron, for taking the time to give us the tour.
Welcome. Yeah, as you know, I'm passionate about Suisun Valley. I think it's got a lot to offer.
We are too.
You need to let people know, so.
Absolutely.
Right.
Thanks for helping us
bet.
get the word out.
There you go. Thank you, and thanks for thinking of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
Have a
you.
good one.
Okay, now we're going to take a stroll through the vineyards to our featured listing at 2417 Morrison Lane. Come on. Okay, now we're in the farmhouse. It's approximately 2,000 square feet. Has a big great room with the master bedroom off of the great room. Spiral staircase leading to the loft. And then over here, we have a brand new, fully remodeled kitchen with hickory cabinets, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances that lead off into the back 1.25 acres that are sitting on the creek. It's great, you gotta see it.
That's what really makes this location special.
Yeah, come and check it out. Yeah, isn't this awesome? You're on over an acre. You got the vineyard right here. Even though you're on over an acre, and you've got surrounded by vineyards that are on 10, 20 acres. Some of them are across the street are 180 acres.
You don't have to maintain them,
yeah, you
but
don't
you
have
get to take in
maintain
the
it.
view, right?
It's awesome. Anyways, we'd like to thank you for coming with us on our tour of the Woodin Valley Winery.
Our
and
little adventure.
Our little adventure and our listing that we just listed, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
I love the quaint appeal of small town living, farm culture, and the beautiful wineries these communities have to offer. Up next is another winery in a small town at the north end of Santa Barbara County. Let's check it out with Amy Baird.
So hi, I'm Amy Baird, and I'm up in Santa Barbara County on the north end of the county called Santa Maria, a little town called Old Orchid, and we're at Presqu'île Winery, which is a gorgeous property. We're out on 200 acres with Matt Murphy, who's the co-founder and president, and he's going to give us a little bit of information on the history and what Presqu'île means and what brought you out west.
So we're here at Presqu'île Winery. This is my family's winery and vineyard here. We have 200 acres in Santa Barbara County, Santa Maria Valley, as you mentioned, focusing on Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. So we're here in the winery. This is the red wine floor. Red wine tanks behind us, and we're just wrapping up harvest as we speak. So kind of a good time to be up here. So the piece of property that we're on has a lot of undulation, rolling hills, a lot of elevation change, and so we wanted to play off of that in the way we designed and built the winery and tasting room. And so the winery sits up top at about 1,000 feet above sea level, connected underground to the cave and the tasting room. And so it's all gravity flow, and that's an ancient way of making wine. Before, pumps and electricity and all these things, modern conveniences existed.
Yes.
This is the way wine was made.
It'd be great to go ahead and take a tour of the winery, and you can show us around what's happening in the vineyard since you've already got most of the wine harvested. There's a little bit of grapes still out there, and see where we are.
Sounds good.
Thanks. Still here at Presqu'île Winery, and it's the first opportunity I've ever had to actually interview my brother, Pryor Baird, who's out from Nashville, here in Santa Maria, our little hometown actually of Old Orchid, and he's going to play tonight for a sold-out crowd and promote Presqu'île, promote some nonprofits, and I just want Pryor to be able to give an opportunity to tell us what's new in his music world.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on all the time. We've got a new record coming out, we've got a new band started, getting, traveling a lot on the road. We've got people behind us now. And we've got some good momentum moving forward, and just having a great time being able to come home and share with my family and share with one of my great friends, Caleb Lee, and have him come out here and just enjoy what this beautiful piece of the world has to offer. And we're just happy to be here. all about keeping it all together. It takes a village to make anything happen. This is the best village I know about.
That's the truth. And it's great to have family here that we get to see you when you visit, get to see you in Nashville. Love you, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's go play some music.
Let's go play some music. I'll listen. I'll drink some wine.
Hell yeah.
Last but not least, Brandy Dudenhoeffer takes us to a zoo that started as a family-owned farm, full of cute animals and a short drive from St. Louis, Missouri. Let's check out Big Joel's safari.
All right, Joel, well, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started Big Joel Safari.
Kind of a long story, but sort of a short story too. Me and my wife started the park 7 years ago. We live here, it's a small operation, but I was an animal science graduate from the University of Missouri, and I've always wanted to be a zookeeper, and that seemed to be the best way to achieve those things until we finally figured out we'll just start our own zoo instead of working for another zoo.
So there's a little history here to the property, though. You didn't just purchase it recently 7 years ago. There's some history to it.
Yeah, well, I grew up on the property, and due to different medical issues with my mom, I did a lot of the upkeep when I was back in town for a few weeks, and eventually I kind of told them what I'd like to do, and they said, well, you can buy it from us and you can take over the farm. So
That's awesome. So what kind of animals did you grow up with here on the farm?
pretty normal. Actually, a lot of miniature horses. My uncle was into miniature horses, and we were busy all the time, and horses are kind of pretty easy to maintain. We had a few goats, and llamas were the first any exotic hoof stock that we ever had on the property. And so we have a lot of animals that we highlight that we just really like, and we think the public, and it's kind of worked. So you can get, even though you can't touch a lot of the animals here, or some of the animals, you can get pretty close and get up close, see what they look like, sometimes see what they smell like. So, you know.
I guess that's a perk, or not so.
Oh, it's not that bad.
But that was truly what your design was to make sure that the encounter that your guests have is that they can get a little closer to the animal.
Yeah, because at no point are the animals stressed. A lot of these guys were raised either from a small age, or we've come across, we like calm animals that can be easy to work with, for us to work with, and so they really don't care if the public's there sometimes, you know, they're not stressed out.
Okay. So here this says education station. What is this space here?
When we're open every hour, we have a few reptiles out here that kids can touch and feel. We have usually a tortoise, a snake, and an alligator we bring out.
Joel, can you tell us about your hours of operation?
Yes, this season we opened up in April, and we're going to November 3rd. We're open Thursday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and Sundays from 11 to 5. And you can always go to our website at www.bigjoelsafari for more information too.
We strive to bring you the best stories from across the country that embody the ideals of the American dream, and we hope that you saw something new and entertaining. We would like to thank all of our viewers and our sponsors for helping us grow the show. We couldn't do this without your support. I'm your host, Jenn Morris, and thank you so much for watching.